There, I think my YouTube studio messed up, but there we are, I think it's back. Hello and welcome back. More Pokemon Run and Bun today. Now all the windows need to pop up again. Hang on. Now you might be wondering, Juniper, you haven't streamed in weeks and now you're suddenly streaming this early in the morning. What's up with that? Anyway, going to be continuing on through Petalburg Winds today. At least going to make it to Rustboro and hopefully get my Route 115 encounter. I have planned up through that point at least, as well as a couple of gym battles, though I think I need my next encounter to plan the rest of it. It's something that I could potentially delay if I really wanted to, but I don't think that's worth it, and I kind of need the encounter to have a reasonable chance against Roxanne, I think. Since looking at her team, there's really only one Pokemon I think I can't even deal with reasonably consistently, that being her 10% Zygarde. But anyway, hopefully this doesn't cause issues. But I have my browser capture back up again. If you can see, the notes I have aren't the most detailed, but they should be sufficient. And then is the leave VGen. Don't have any hold items left on anyone. I at least need... Oops. Sorry, bud. Selected it too quickly, didn't see what I picked. Then went on Centiscorch. But I need to be poison. Here. By the way, is everything running smoothly? I can't exactly keep my stream up to check on that since I'm using my phone for face tracking now and it could potentially lag my computer. Looks fine. That's good. Thank you. Alright. I should probably make sure I actually know what I'm doing before jumping into this. There are a lot of trainers I could jump into before Roxanne, but it seems like it's not the best idea to try to do that. You saw it, it's flashing on the screen, not sure whether it was supposed to be doing that. I have it set up to do that, I think. Not sure whether That's something I should be doing, that... oh. They had... Donphan... I don't even remember. Okay, Celio, Grottle, Antiscorch, Drasilia, VGen. First off is this Larvesta. I believe I'm pre-poisoned specifically to avoid being burned by Will-O-Wisp. Roxero with a chance to OHKO, but not guaranteed. I do outspeed. At the very least, I should be able to take this out in 2 hits. At worst, I take crit Flame Charge into crit Skitter Smack. Which I guess would be 40 damage plus 2 ticks of poison, which I can take. I could also potentially just take no damage. That would be... either Vibrava or Ribombee. Depending on my HP, I believe. If I'm low enough, it could be at Ribombee, but it's probably Vibrava. Welcome, Neon. And then I believe that's what he brought Celio for. I can just... wait, am I really not using a held item on this? I even... ever multis or something? I think I do want Never Multis, actually. Let me go ahead and... apply it there. Like guarantees an OHKO. Good morning, Neon. And everyone else it may be morning for. I don't know what time zone everyone's in. Alright, how much damage do I take from this potentially? On the Switch, I should be baiting either Stomping Tantrum or Breaking Swipe. Double crit Stomping Tantrum is like 66 at most. A welcome brief. Yeah, after taking out Vibrava, that should be... I mean... I'm not actually sure whether Shedinja has... any specific AI that would draw it in. If I'm taking damage, it would probably be Ribombee. What was my plan for Ribombee? Looks like I probably was planning on baiting specific moves. This baits either Signal Beam or Magical Leaf. And I guess I pivot through Scorch. Or even need to pivot? I think the risk here is confusion, though. Yeah, the problem is Signal Beam does the most damage to all of these. And Signal Beam has a chance to confuse, which is obviously dangerous. What was Throttle here for? Oh, is that to pivot into Celio or something? That doesn't make sense. Yeah. Maybe it does. And I think Vivian's just here to take out Shedinja. Since the Shedinja has one regard, Bright Powder, and Compound Eyes can bypass that. At least the Bright Powder. And then Air Cutter obviously it's through one regard. This Shambombi is actually a bit dangerous. Do we really not have anything better for this? After Tuga, which can get Okud by Magical Leaf. I was thinking it could potentially be used as a pivot, but even then it takes too much damage. I don't think that's a good idea. Figure Speed doesn't take too much damage from this. It could potentially work as a pivot. Where? Oh, welcome. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that. Amustek? Amuse it? Yeah, I am lost on that. The Chorus Square might be better pivot since it takes Signal Beam a bit better and baits Draining Kiss. Without potentially baiting Signal Beam. Welcome, Coca. You've been watching me for a year now? Has it been that long? But I appreciate you being here. And I'm glad you're enjoying my streams enough to stick around. I think this might be better. It's Imus? Like the racist guy from Radio Dunk Imus. I'm not familiar with that, I have to be honest. And still no idea whether I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, that just seems better than open grotto here. Should increase the consistency of this line a little bit, if nothing else. Alright. Done. I must... Yeah, no worries. Still not familiar with that. Wait, what am I... Wait, what am I doing? I am too tired for this. For the square. Go here. Let's give you an orangeberry. Not sure whether this makes a difference. I could do that. I have no idea how much time he's been lurking here. All you know is you're sub N50. Sub number 50 in my YouTube subscribers. He's been around for like a year and a half-ish, I think. Have I been? I've been... I've been having some trouble. Actually with work and with sleep. But at least set over Discord things at work should be back to normal pretty soon. Do I have a potion for this? I hope I do. Okay. Can you get out of the way, please? Thank you. Okay. I might actually need more than one potion, considering how much damage I'm taking. Yeah, that's way too much. I'm gonna go back. Actually, before that, I think I should come around here. It's a bug bite move tutor. Get the poison barb here finally, since I missed it earlier with compound eyes not coming through. Honeycow Rosalia. Right, stop at the mart. Not sure whether it's worth saving orange berries by buying potions, but I am doing it anyway. We've been here since 90-ish subs, but you were here when the 100 happened. Game site? I haven't actually been getting any YouTube subscribers recently. It's more my Twitch channel that's been growing more. Which... I'm really not sure why that's the case. Yeah, Twitch did eventually pass up YouTube in terms of viewership and whatnot. Obviously, not streaming for a few weeks probably didn't help with that, but... And I'm not actually sure where this trainer is. It doesn't seem like a trainer. Probably just this person. Okay, I think I need all 3 potions here. Welcome, Ocean. It seems like my YouTube is more of an archive. My clip channels perform pretty poorly from what you've seen. Maybe. I mean, I multi-stream on both. But it's not like it has any less content on it or anything. But... time to jump into this. My Pokemon Emerald run going. I'm playing at ROM hack here, which is pretty difficult. Unfortunately, lost my Seadra to Brawly, but it could have gone a lot worse. Right, so here I'm free to just rock throw. Ideally, this is a one-hit KO. It is. And that should just be... I believe I said play Brava next. Since I'm at high enough HP. Then by Brava... I should be free to just switch to my Healy. Or my Holly. It's Breaking Sway. His attack, it doesn't matter. Beam should be an Oko. Petalburg Woods and NPCs have Pokemon above level 20. That's a bit spooky. Yeah, the order of things has changed a bit. I'm doing this after Brawly, who was the first gym leader in this game. That beats Bombi. Now what move is Bombi going for here? That's the question. Probably Magical Leaf, maybe Signal Beam. I think I'm free to switch to Centiskorch here. As long as I don't get confused, I am in good shape. They just go for a Flame Wheel. Not confused. Bombi goes down. It did not matter. It was a guaranteed Oko. Lastly, Shedinja, this does have bright powder, which is annoying. I believe I just switched to Ingo. Is gonna go for probably Shadow Sneak, potentially X Scissor. Regardless, I can take double crit. I should never go for Will-O-Wisp. And again, thanks to Compound Eyes, I do not have to worry about bright powder. That is another trainer down. That potentially could have gone Corellius. I got really bad luck with infusion and self hits, but luckily that didn't happen. Why, Ingo's gonna get boxed soon? I guess we'll see. Ingo's kind of been the MVP of the run so far. Good save. I can take back all my held items. And then mixed trainer. Yeah, the first trial. I need Corvus Square Friday. It's the run and run Nuzlocke event. Basically, it's just a really hard Nuzlocke. It's a ROM hack that is generally considered to be the hardest Nuzlocke. Whether that's completely accurate, I think, is debatable. But it's specifically designed for Nuzlocke, which I think leads to some interesting mechanics. That's not where I want to do. Busy on Tortuga. Basically, you just run and fund. Alright, what items do I need? Orange base on 4 Pokemon. Oh, looks like I'm going to need more potions as well. You know, we got to the bun pipe. I think that really just depends on your encounter luck. Welcome, Sophie. Good luck, thank you. Welcome, Kingdom Cheeks. You still haven't been a regular Nuzlocke. Hearing their harder versions pains you. Yeah, it goes way deeper than just Nuzlocking the vanilla games. Not sure how many of these I'm going to need. probably 3 or 4, so we'll just buy 4 to be safe. I also make sure I have my plan figured out. Poison Spurious. Okay, so come on. What was my team for this again? Our Squire, Grottle, Don Fan. Emperor Vivian Tortuga. Okay, and I think... Right. Squire is the only Pokemon on my team that outspeeds this Furfrou, which can flinch with headbutts, which is why I'm opening with Squire and using Scary Face to have its speed. And I believe with Oranberry, I am never dead to 2 actual crit headbutts, so I can actually get in a second Scary Face, bringing its speed down to -4. Allowing Grottle to at speed, not have to worry about flinches, and use Mega Drain to out damage and heal up. I don't believe I missed anything here. You know, it's a mechanics thing, but it's so funny too that you can just talk to some doctor and they'll just poison your partner. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It kind of goes against the general spirit of Pokemon in a sense. Since intentionally bringing harm to your Pokemon is not super thematic, kind of makes you out to be a villain. But obviously, from a mechanics point of view, it can be advantageous. And seeing this game is designed specifically for Nuzlocking, they put that in for convenience. You don't have to go to some random wild Pokemon and let it poison you or whatever. Okay. And there's this Medina. Which has Ice Fang, which isn't free. What was my plan for dealing with this? Single Beam does a lot. Okay, so I think my plan is to do some pivoting. I pivot through Timber to always bait Covet. I should probably level up Timber. Yeah, that should always be covet. Then I can go into VGen on the covet. It would signal beam. Potentially get the Oko, and if I miss the Oko... This Oranberry should never... die. If I miss the Oko, I can just switch to Tortuga. It's pre-poisoned so I don't get frozen, and then I finish it off with Aqua Jet. Okay. Why am I streaming so late? Well, it's more early here. Okay. Is that really what you would expect me to say without being able to hear me talk? I guess you can't answer that since you can't hear me talk, but anyway. Did I pre-poison already? I did. Okay. Let's make sure I actually level up. It's kind of important. Oh, chip relay? Strikes through the foe's stat changes. Is that better than secret power? Probably. Chip away inflicts damage, ignoring any changes to the target's defense and evasion stats, positive or negative. Does not ignore changes to stats that do not use stat changes such as reflect, abilities such as veil, or items such as EVLA. Also does not ignore changes to the user's attack or accuracy. Okay, so that's potentially useful. Go ahead and replace secret power, since if I do end up needing secret power, I can just go to a move tutor. Wait, Tomo evolves at 25? Hang on, let me check something real quick. Is this an evolution I want to delay? That's the question. Okay, evolves at 25. Feedback, Rock Slide, Break Break, Scary Face, Hammer Arm, Stone Edge, One Punch, Superpower. Don't look like I have any reason to delay. Okay, we're fine. If you delay Timber until after Norman, you get early Punch on Calm Culture. That's something you consider. It's level 60 versus level 46. And I guess I don't really need Girder for these next few fights, but the problem is... Wait, can I use Endless Candy on a Pokemon at the level cap to evolve it? If it evolves by level up and it's a high enough level? Yeah, secret power does have a chance to apply a status condition, but it's unreliable, which is the problem. You can't consistently expect a status condition. You cannot use the candy at 25 to evolve. Okay. Honestly, I think in that case it might be better not to delay. Because honestly, my Boxer Roxanne is looking pretty rough. Having a stronger fighting type is probably going to be a big help. If you're in need of a fighting type early, it's still good to evolve. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and evolve here. I strongly suspect that I'm going to need it. And has Spurious. Yeah. Level 20 shall I have? Yeah, might be taking an unnecessary point of damage or something due to my suboptimal padding. Thank you, Freights, for the bless. One of the upcoming routes gives you a chance at another fighting type, which is also nice. I'm not sure that's going to help me with Roxanne. Okay. Where's this trainer? Is it just this one here? I should probably double check. This says Rich Boy Winston. Okay, looks like this is the correct trainer. Okay. I believe this should be riskless. I think Donphan is just backup for the fruit throw in case Brodel gets unlucky rolls or something. That's scary face. I'm realizing I forgot about something. But I'm pretty sure I'm safe. This can deal 40 at most. I am above 40 HP. We'll just scary face again. Okay, switch to Kafra. Should be freedom like a dream. Thanks to these speed drops. This might be a little bit of a pillow fight. Leftovers is also potentially a problem, actually. They seem to be fine. How much damage can this deal to me at most? But 19 damage max. As long as I'm above 19, I can stay in. Don't have to worry about crits thanks to shell armor. Yeah, should be fine here. Mighty Ina. Intimidate is irrelevant here. It should go for any move except for covet. We can switch into Solomo. And now it should always be covet. I'm safe to switch into Ingo. And now Signal Beam, which may or may not OHKO. It does not. That does a lot of damage. I don't think I'm frozen. I should be fine to just stay in. Honestly, I probably should have used Sleep Pattern. Oh well. Doesn't matter. That's another chainer down. Go ahead and take my item back. By the way, is there stuff I can get here? Is that feint attack? It probably should have, yeah, it's feint attack. Probably should have looked into what items I can get before stream today, but alright. Then I am sitting the grass patch up, but you think it's just super push and revives. Thank you, I think. Oh, revives are just money since I can sell them. Super potion I can potentially use to heal up a pre-poison Pokemon or something. Not useless, but not super exciting either. Good luck, you're gonna sleep now and might come back if you can't sleep. Have a good night. And that seems to be everything. You do. Stay out of tall grass to avoid battles. Thank you, random NPC. I believe it's Pokemon should never die to poison in this game. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's faded away. Thank you for the health check. Give me 1 second. That's not the right time. Health has been checked. Alright. Fisherman Ivan. Celia Celio Grotti. To Scorch Fluffy Tsuga. Alright. I need orange on everything. And Grottle Fee burned. Looks like Aether's starting pretty soon. And I should probably go over the site and the calculator before starting it. And have to worry about burn damage in the overworld. Okay. To Scorch. Helio. Yeah, they're Pokemon Flashy. Okay, so Quillfish. Leaves. The worst this can do to me is crit dive. I always 2-hit KO with Hidden Power Psychic. I don't have to worry about Intimidate. The question is... does Black Sludge make this unreliable? This it double protects into dive. It could potentially get 4 ticks of black sludge recovery. How much is it healing from black sludge? It's 1/16th, right? Yeah, it's 1/16th. That's 4 HP protect, potentially 16 total. Ends are starting here, so I'm gonna take my break and be back in just a couple minutes. And Dark, sorry that took a bit longer than I intended. Anyway. Even with Black Sludge recovery, I should have a guaranteed to a KO with Hidden Power Psychic. Double crit dive will never knock out Roselia. And it should always be at Seadra because it is faster. It should never be Celio because it is slower and does not outdamage. I would need to be super low HP for that to happen. Anyway, Seadra comes in, goes for Aurora Beam. Freezing is potentially a problem, but it has Celia, which I believe is immune to freezing because it's an ice type. Wait, wasn't I gonna use Celia for the Celia? Can I at least pivot through Celia into something else? But Hidden Power Electric is going to help a lot here, I think. That should be Headbutt. What was I going to do about this? Oh, I think I was just gonna switch into Centiscorch or something. No, I'm actually just lost here. Yeah, I think... Right, I was pre-burned on Grottle to avoid being frozen. And Shell Armor means I don't have to worry about sniper crits. That's what I was thinking. I can pivot through Celio. Or I can pivot through Centiscorch. That might be better, actually. Celio beats Headbutt, but I think I need Celio for... There's Celio. Probably better if I pivot through Celio. Anyway, then I go into Grottle. On... At worst, a Headbutt crit. $11 damage. An Aurora... Wait, I can't crit. What am I talking about? Aurora Beam is 34. Oh wait, first burn damage. Which I believe is 1 in 16, or 1/16th. It is 1 in 16. That's 5 damage. Puts me down to 64. Aurora Beam deals 34 at most. 30 activates Oranberry, with me up to 40. Nice Mega Drain, which heals me up quite a bit. Minimum of 50. No, minimum of 25, what am I talking about? Heals me up to 65. Burn takes me down to 60. Another Aurora Beam is down to 24. No, 26. Beam can't freeze either. It can't? Wait, does it have a different secondary effect? May reduce the target's attack. I don't have to worry about that if I'm just using Mega Drain. I guess I don't need to pre-burn and this is fine anyway. Yeah, this is gonna be easier than I thought. Okay. Battle can absolutely 1v1 the Seadra. And the Celio is the dangerous one. It can't be that dangerous if I don't have to worry about freezing. Alright. Go ahead and heal off the burn. Yeah, I think the scariest part of this fight is worrying about World Claw. Which is why I'm bringing 4 Pokemon just for the Celio. I basically have my own Celio and then backups. In case my Celio doesn't or isn't able to 1v1. I believe that's just this guy. And chopping meals moves deal 1/8 at the end of the turn in this game. Yeah, trapping those are brutal. I almost lost a Pokemon just catching the tier 2 good thanks to its Whirlpool. That's why I ended up using my Dive Ball on it. Alright. And Power Psychic. It adds speeds and uses Dive. I can hit it on the way up. Probably gonna protect now, right? I just want your Venom Shock. That's surprising. Okay, so it is Celio now. I guess I'm low enough HP. And this is always going to Aurora Beam. I guess I just switched straight into Celio. Alright, Maholi. Take nothing from the Aurora Beam. And go for a hidden power. It should be a 3-hit KO. So it does have ice body recovery. It's a whirlpool. I just need to land one more hit. I just cast her Aurora Beam. The AI isn't protecting as much as I was afraid it would do. That makes things a lot easier. Okay, and now Seadra again is probably just going to this beats Brine. That's just if I'm low, which I'm not. It should just bait headbutt. With the chance of Brine, but it's better if it baits headbutt. Just go straight into Kafra. Focus energy, that is a complete waste of your turn. I'm free to just Mega Drain. Shell Armor is such a nice ability. White Picture Twing. Does Hail finish this off? No, Hail stops. Okay. I wasn't counting Hail turns. Right. Another trainer down. And next up is, I believe the first double battle of the run. Which I do have a plan for. We'll get a Maru and potentially complicate things. But I do have I believe potentially the most consistent plan my box can have. Welcome, Juge. I didn't just put in my notes pre-poison instead of... or pre-damage instead of actually... Wait. Do I have my calculator blocking my game? I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let's see. On the previous day you saw the game. Okay, that's good. Okay, Vizion. Roselia. Dunksan. Rattle. Vigorous Bee. Palpitoon. I should go ahead and... Where is it? Level up Trig. Let's find Muddy Water. It is an inaccurate move. When do I get wide lens in this game? Not till later, right? Very soon? Really? That's... Chihira. Probably get rid of secret power, right? Especially since I can learn it again later. I don't want to get rid of Bubble Beam. At least not yet. Okay, so... Poison Barb. Here. Soft Sand. Here. Oranberries. MBS 3. No item on Ingo. Yeah, and Rustboro. That could potentially help with Roxanne. Because I have access to Wildlands Muddy Water, but I guess we'll see. Okay, now I need to free damage. And the amount I need to pre-damage is... just enough to guarantee certain moves. So Electro M, 42 damage minimum. So I want Vizion at 42 HP exactly. Good, and it's in here. And then Roselia, I want to always bait Psybeam from Abra. That's 38. That's going to take 2 Electro Wands. Minimum. Plus 16. I don't think... I need to worry about Deathwing Gleam since I'm guaranteeing Electroweb first 2 turns. So worst case scenario, first 2 turns I'm taking Helping Hand boosted crit Electrowebs. At 42 damage at most, I'm not at risk of dying. Tiny Drosselli had pre-damage to 54. I've never actually used set to doubles. Oh, is it not automatically set to doubles? No, it's not. Thanks for catching that. I actually need to pre-damage more, don't I? The Psybeam 38. Electro Web 6 plus 6 is 12, so I need to pre-damage to 50. Okay. I'm wondering what the best way to pre-damage is. Should I just poison at the center and use antidotes to get rid of the poison? Or... I guess I can't pre-poison Roselia. I guess the way to do it is pre-damage off wild Pokemon. Because you can't just pre-damage my Pokemon, right? No. So... do I just re-damage off Route 103 here? Of random wild Pokemon? It seems really tedious. I don't think I have a better way to do this. There's an additional Lua script some people use which does let you pre-damage. But in game the best would be to do it on the level of wild Pokemon. Oh, guess you're gonna be here for a while. I don't think I have to worry about what these can potentially do to me, right? Is this Route 102? Yes, it is. Okay, so... Angie... It's just Gust and Sand Attack. Gust shouldn't do a whole lot. Switch into hopefully a Gust. That does 2 damage. And also does 2 damage. I don't want to waste my Nuzlocke, so I'm just switching back and forth, I guess. Watch it deal 1 point of damage more than I need to pre-damage, and I need to start over. This might be the time to use speed up. Gosh, that sounds awful. Why is it so high-pitched? Forget that. Looks like we're gonna be here for a while. I do want to get my Route 115 encounter today. I do have to go to work later. I can't stay here forever. But thank you, Juge, for the bless. I need more down to 60. If she stays at odd number HP, that's not gonna work. Ingo also needs an even number. I need to find a different Pokemon. One that just does 1 damage. Probably within my interest to find that Lewis script. I'm not gonna do that in the middle of stream, but I can find it for next time. Did I just run here? Find something weaker? No crit? He can help me out with the script if I want. If he can just tell me where it is, that would be helpful. Alright. Find something weaker. Is Rickety weaker? He has Fury Attack. Early. Tackle Girl and Quick Attack. This shouldn't do as much, I think. You sure it's buried in the Run and Bun Discord somewhere? And I guess I can search up Kree damage in the server and maybe it'll pop up. I don't have Discord up right now. Oh, that did 3 damage. That's... Oh, it's censored because it's a link, I see. And how much HP do I need Ingo at? $42. Natsu, what's a Natsu gonna do? This is too far in. Now it's Peck and Lear. I'm guessing Peck is gonna do like 2 damage. Yeah, just use Lear. Needs to take 8 more damage. Once again, not attacking. Also, their X, which you can use more easily for Pokemon moves. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about why the Run-In Box is missing kind of important information. Come on. I think it's missing evolution method, which is important for checking when Pokemon evolve, obviously. Yeah, this is gonna do 3 damage probably. And I guess that's fine if I run into another Starly. Oh, that just did 1. And this is just a weaker Starly. Which ones is it missing? It's not missing Pokemon as far as I know. Well, Pokemon that are obtainable. It's specifically evolution methods. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't have. Which Evo methods is it missing? And I can... back real quick. Okay, when I search Starly, for example, it says what it evolves to, but it doesn't have evolution method. Is this the case where I can where it's just a visual bug and turning on dark mode is gonna fix it. I don't see that here. Could have it on Starivia. That is good to know, thank you. It's really weird that it wouldn't have the evolution method on the Pokemon that actually evolves. Didn't mean to distract me from pre-damage. No worries, I'm just... That's not something I need to really focus on. Maybe could potentially deal a bunch of damage with Fury Attack. So I'm not going to risk that. One damage. It must have used Starly or just dealing one. At least that one specific Starly had really high attack. Damn. Yeah, Roselia's at the right HP. Just double checking. Yeah, it's Vivian. It could be poisoned, but then I'd have to buy an antidote. I'm not sure how tight money is in this game, but I'd rather not spend it if I can help it. Alright, I just need to take 2 more damage. I suppose there's an easier way to do this. I could find one that does 1 damage and then switch back and forth between a Pokemon that I don't need to pre-damage, which I can just stick in the box and take back out. But I think it's a bit too late for that now. But it won't be a problem outside of very, very early. You might be low on Pokeballs. I see. Okay, hopefully this does exactly 2 damage. Nice, perfect. I can turn Repellent back on. I believe I want Ingo in slot 1. And should be Clefairy in slot 2. When Clefairy dies, that should be Abra. Okay. Time for the first double battle, which is a bit scary. But I think I planned this out correctly. I've got this, thank you. Okay. Let's double check everything. It down to 42 and 60. Which is correct. Green barb, soft sand, orangeberry, orangeberry, orangeberry. All right. So, because Ingo is pre-damaged, the Dene should be guaranteed to use Electroweb. So with Ingo, I can protect. And tomorrow, I need to chip the fairy. Put it in range of guaranteed with Sponge. Which I can do with Magical Least or Hidden Power Psychic. Magical Leaf isn't a spread move or something, is it? I'm just gonna Hidden Power. Helping Hands. Mine takes a little more damage here, unfortunately. But it shouldn't matter. There's the Electroweb. Mara's slowed. The Fairy is chipped. And now I switch to Donphin. And Sponge the Clefairy. Unfortunately, another Helping Hand. The fairy goes down. And comes Abra. And now I bulldoze. Which I believe with soft sand is a guaranteed Oko on the Abra and guaranteed 2-hit KO on Dene after Citrus Berry. Even now the chance to Oko, which is ideal. Now I need to switch on what I'm pretty sure is Side Beam and Dazzling Gleam, though I guess it always has a chance to use Electro Web unless I have 2 electric immunities out, which I do not. And this is where things start getting a little scary. Earl takes at most 12 HP. Right, I can't crit. 12 HP from Boltos. Hang on. $22 from Dazzling Gleam. That's 34. It's 27. 61 total. They just switched to Khafra. I think your partner takes single target damage too. That seems weird. Even then, it shouldn't take too much. Electro, that's ideal. Bulldoze comes out. These are Kudadane. Nice. That makes this way easier. That leaves only the Togedemaru. It does have Sturdy and Fake Out. Now the question is, what's the safest way to deal with this? Bulldoze is guaranteed to knock it down to 30. Question is how much damage can Grotle take from it? 21. That's 33 damage at most. Grotle should be safe to stay in. And it's probably using Takeout, I'm pretty sure. They should be fine too. All those, and is there even a real reason to bulldoze? And I guess so. My other moves aren't gonna deal much to this. Dude, why did that pop up? I guess I just Sand Tomb? Takes out Domtan. Denchum comes out. And the residual damage should just knock it out. Okay. First double battle is done. I think getting the Ukuan Dene helped a lot there. 'Cause if I had to worry about hitting the Dane again with another sake with fake out coming, I think that's where things would get unpredictable. Okay, what's next? Last Haley? Now, where is Last Haley? Looks like ads are starting again soon. This is probably split. Okay, this is the last trainer on Route 104. Right after the bridge. Welcome, Mercer, and thank you for 1 year of subscribing. Dragons are loose in Costco. Like bearded dragons? Are you talking about dragon VTubers? Right. They can slide, but you can't. They're flying dragons? Beepin' Bell. I forgot to remove items. And to Scorch. Tortuga and Digger's Beer. There we are. The move items interface just feels really unintuitive to me for some reason. Okay, just feed orange berries on everyone. But yeah, ads are starting here, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. I looked at accounts for this fight again. It looks really straightforward, actually. Not sure why I ordered Pokemon the way I did. Fighting Gem Rock Smash seems really weird to me. I will be honest. But anyway. Welcome back, thank you. I guess I should reorder my Pokemon. I was going to give 4 Embrace to everyone. Mian in slot 2, I think. And Tamar in slot 3. Bree is in slot 4. I'm even bringing Manias. Gonna poison Centiskorch for some reason. I don't even need Manius, I don't think. It's gonna bring something else instead. And yeah, she's getting her prescription refilled. That sounds like a pain. Hopefully that doesn't... Hopefully you don't run into too many issues with that. Okay, so first of all, the Suminion. I shouldn't just be able to 2-hit KO this with Shockwave. It should never go for Air Slash, right? It wouldn't test Special AI just for the flinch chance. That should always bait in Numel. It should always Earth Power. Aegir's Bee can take a crit or its power. Even if it goes for Flame Charge or something for some reason. It outspeeds. I don't think I have to worry about that. I don't think it ever goes for Ancient Power. I forgot to switch to singles. Wait. That's way more damage. Hang on. Wait, that's the wrong Pokemon. So I'm actually risking crits here if I do it that way. Is that... Is there a better way to do this? Also, Thunder Punch probably does more. And that's probably why I was gonna bring Weepindoll. Can't I just have better options? And baits Air Slash. And also baits Air Slash. And also baits Air Slash. So this should be evolved at this point. Not sure whether I'm spelling that right. Not Swiss. Gosh, what was the move called again? Dip away. There also baits her slash, but a Cory Squire actually helps with Scary Face potentially. If I do end up needing to switch at a Slaffy, if I take a crit, that doesn't seem good. Is there a more reliable way of doing this? If I Scary Face once... and bait Surf... and switch to Weepin' Bell... it takes too much from Air Slash. But that should be... I mean, I can just switch out immediately after that. But then if it's slower, I can go for Icy Wind is the problem. That's a speed control mouth. I don't think I have a safe way to do this. Unless I rely on Celio? The speed tie at -2 speed. Which is unfortunate. It does improve reliability at least. But it couldn't just use Icy Wind on the Switch. Obviously not after the Switch because it sees speed ties as it being faster, but that doesn't really help if it uses Icy Wind on the Switch. I'm trying to think that's not the move. Probably just do something like this. Because with other Pokemon, I don't think I need to worry about anything weird happening. I think Centiscorch was originally Sanctuary used for as backup for Gloom in case it strength saps, but even if it does strength sap, I don't think that's a problem. Because I can deal more damage than it heals. I think. Usually. I don't need my attack for it. Sleep Powder's a powder move, so being grass type should make me immune to it. Then with Staravia, I can switch into a dual wing beat. And then just Oko with Frog Slide. Don't even need to Aqua Jet. I shouldn't even use Rock Smash because it sees that I... Wait, yes it would. That only matters if I have speed. That's fine, it's not like I take too much damage from it. It's really just the Luminion that's dangerous. If it gets crits. How do I feel about the frame rate? Voice chat reaching 1,000 hours? And it's definitely me. Especially since it ended up dying at 999 hours last time. I'd say go for 10,000 hours now, but that would take over a year. And I'm not sure how reasonable that is. Really not have a safer way to deal with this Luminion? It's just fast and does a lot of damage. Has icy winds to slow you down. Or slash to flinch. If it doesn't crit, then I'm fine. I just 2-hit KO it. Probably better to Thunder Punch just because it has the paralysis chance. Not for... Oh, it has Slumberry, so it actually just doesn't matter. I don't think Water Veil is something I need to worry about. Yeah, it just prevents burning. And I could Cotton Spore. Or Thunder... The Thunder Wave doesn't work because it's Slumberry. And Cotton Spore just runs into the exact same situation. If I first Cotton Spore and it gets a crit, I need to switch out anyway. Because then I'm in range as dying. Do I have any... held items that would help with this. I need to switch out anyway. Now that I think about it. If I don't get crit, then I am still in crit range, I think, potentially, depending on the roll. It's 34 and a 61. Yeah, high roll means I'm dead to all but the lowest roll crit. Not sure I have a way to do this first class. I think my original plan was just to risk crits or something, which isn't ideal, obviously. And I guess going for Thunder Punch still makes more sense than going for Shockwave. If I Thunder Punch, switch to Throttle on the Surf, and I'm in danger of double flinch. Razor Leaf is always enough to finish it off. Yeah, the flinch chance on Air Slash is what, 30%? That's a 9% chance of double flinch. That's even higher chance than getting crit. I do something like Thunder Punch, Swish, Switch, Razor Leaf, and if I get flinched, switch to something else. And try to finish it off with Celio, and hope I don't get flinched a bunch more. It seems like the most reliable method of dealing with this, oddly enough. They risk a bunch of flinches, but don't seem to have something more reliable. The other Pokemon aren't really threats. Go up to the normal ones because it got the ancient power boost. That's rough. I think the only real way to avoid that is probably make sure you never bait ancient power. I don't think any of my other Pokemon ever beat ancient power. Celio might. But if I do end up taking out Luminion with Celio, does that ever beat Numel? I think you would beat Gloom. You'd probably get Gloom first. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to stun this. I don't think order really matters that much, but honestly, hidden power on Tamara and Mahali has helped a lot. But yeah, I was going to pre-status Sentis Scorch, but I don't think that's relevant. I think that was just to avoid it getting put to sleep. But Tamar should be able to deal with the Bloom on its own anyway. They got great hidden powers on them. I'd have to agree. I had hidden power dragon on my Seadra, which I scaled, which stayed as hidden power dragon. But the problem is it ended up getting crit by Broly's Thunder Punch. So the scale ended up being useless, and I now have one gut. That, again, could have gone a lot worse. Okay, am I really sending this? I don't think I have anything better. Any speed reduction lines are unreliable. It actually just outspeeds everything. Yeah, let's do this. Here's the minion. Go for Thunder Punch. See for not to stay in. Switch to Kafron Surf. I'm pretty sure the sheer number of Earth Slashes I risk with this line end up making it less risky than risking crit. I just Razor Leaf. Hope I don't get crit. Or flinched, I mean. Okay. The flinch makes things simple. It did not matter there. Abates Gloom. And I believe this is just... yeah, it's always Sludge. Yeah, I'm fine just to switch to Roselia. Is hidden power. Take guaranteed to the KO. I believe that beats Lava Sam. No, it beats Dueling Beat. Which was the original plan, but... yeah. And I just switched to Furious on the Dueling Beat. I can tank a Fighting Gem, Rock Smash, and do a Rock Slide. And that just leaves the normal, which I believe is guaranteed to Earth Power. Which Biggersby should always just tank. And then dig will occur. I did check to make sure Earth power didn't hit in dig. I believe it's only earthquake and magnitude that do that. Or you're saying bulldoze does for some reason, but it doesn't. Which potentially would have come up in the double battle, but it didn't. Psychic berries. And lepa berries. That's the power plant one, right? Do you take off my items? Alright, and now I believe there aren't any more trainers on the way to Rustboro. Is there an item over here? But Talent is on, so I shouldn't have to worry about getting my answer earlier. Is not an item over here? Fancy, just check the dock later. Don't have to worry about that right now. Alright, and I do want my Route 115 encounter. I don't think there are hidden items there. Alright. What Pokemon should I bring for this encounter? It's all water types, so water resistances is probably a good idea. Pretty much have all my water resistances in my party already. I don't think I need to level manias for this. But is it worth using compound eyes here? Guess I need the dex for that. I don't think any of useful hull items. And I can double check just to make sure. %50 pearl, 50% big pearl. I don't think compound eyes affects that. Because that's already a 100% chance at a held item. Krabby has no held item. Corsage also has no held item. Shelter also a 100% chance. Launcher, no held item. Remoraid, no held item. Just Quillfish and Basculin. Goldfish can't have a poison barb. I already have one. But I guess I can't really complain about a second one. Could potentially come up. Basculin can have Deep Sea Tooth. That also could potentially come up. I think I am gonna go with Compound Eyes. I can decide on my last slot. At level 14. Brine, Soak, Bite. Does have Whirlpool, which is annoying. Oh, Clamp also is a trapping mode. Then run into Ice moves. Fish actually could have a bug move or a poison move, and no water moves. I try if that resists poison and bug. I don't think I have anything that resists both actually. There's also Corefish with the Grand Mills. So it's what? Ice, normal, ground, bug, and poison. Yes, I could bring some to Scorch or Tortuga. You're welcome, Rakti. You can also just bring something like an Paralyze. Probably a better idea. Alright, and I'll go with Thornberries just in case. I have plenty at this point. They're probably not nearly as scarce as anything else consumable in this game. probably not as valuable as citrus berries. I'll never need to worry about orange berries. Good to know. Alright, let's just go for it. And I don't think I need to worry about trainers. Any items over here? Maybe not. Also, quick balls in town. Oh, for the increased first turn catch rate. Not to be confused with fast balls, which are interesting. Can I buy those, or just find them? A Devon Corp? I don't think I can go into Devon Corp yet, can I? I really can. I guess so? Interesting. I just realized, was this guy foreshadowing the Genocide's dream world thing? Or is that just a coincidence? From the person on the top floor? Devon Stone? Or just this guy? You just realized, or you never realized that, the dream thing? It could just be speculation on my part. I absolutely love the new model, thank you. How's the game? It's fun, but it's just really difficult, and worrying about taking small risks is always scary. Even if it's pretty minuscule. I can word. Minuscule. There's even dialogue about the endless candy. And that's why it gives me the crick bowls. That's interesting. Alright. So, I'm not sure how useful an experience share would actually be in this game. What am I doing? I think I'm just getting my encounter. Wait, I believe we have it on this key. Same pearl. I'm not actually sure how good this is. Like pearl. Guaranteed has a pearl. They just always have these 3 moves. Brian Clamp in Whirlpool. It's okay. Better than not being okay. Put to sleep. What's the catch rate on this? Is it worth using a fastball? Or quick ball, I mean? Its catch rate is really high. I'm just gonna check a Pokeball. You'll get him Moonstone and Rustborough so you can get until now. Yeah, they did change the evolution method, didn't they? Sun and Moonstone. Interesting. I can get Hunthill if I need it. I guess we'll see whether that's the case. Great. Come on. Mephistopheles, like the Archdevil. I don't think that's gonna fit. I guess we're gonna have to settle for Mephisto. Interesting name for a Clamperl. No one in this town is just gonna randomly battle me, are they? And this is the guy that trades Growlithe for Isui and Growlithe 3. And no battles here. Aside from in the gym, I take it. But thank you. How do you talk to you? Wide lens is in the school and you can also get cut now. Can I use that in the overworld yet or not until after beating Roxanne? Welcome to the Peppery household. I have never been a babysitter. And I've done related jobs. But tell him the words. Any suggestions? You can use it now, good to know. What? I don't know what I'm doing. He's not smiling at all. But is there an event related to this? Is it just a coincidence? Or not coincidence. Just a random thing you can do. I take it this is cut. HM1, this is the cut house. I think. And a Moonstone. And the same guy. You must really love that Pico. Do I never have to save Pico in this game? Hey, Mr. Briny just... Oh wait, did I already save Pico? Is that what happened earlier? As first talk with Grunt? I don't remember. Not exactly playing this for the changes they made to the game's story. As a first boss fight by Petalburg makes sense. I don't think it's been in here. I think this is the school. Easy to spot a bad student with my wide lens. What a guy. What does Scott even do in this game? Does this game have a battle frontier? It looks like ads are starting again in a few minutes. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna stream because I am gonna have to get ready to go to work. I don't normally stream this early. There's some post-game stuff, but you've ever engaged with it? Understandable. I don't think most people would engage with the post-game of a game like this. They're mostly just here for the Nuzlocke. I'm just gonna take these back. I think I already planned the next... or the first gym trainer fight. And now that he has my... I should probably actually check my new Pokemon stats and stuff, shouldn't I? Mephisto, Shell Armor. Plus defense minus speed. And wow, this thing is slow. And has weak attacking stats. High HP at least. Was I going to eventually do something with this? And this... that's positive speed? Oh yeah, hasty. I don't know why I got this switched. Yeah, plus speed minus defense, which isn't great, I don't think, for a clamp roll. I guess the speed could matter more once I evolve it. Alright, as it's starting here, I'll go ahead and take my break. Be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. Its first swim when it evolves to positive speed could come up later. I guess we'll see. So one speed IV could potentially be a problem, but I didn't check its hidden power type, which is apparently just water, so not really gonna be useful. Running buttons sounds so funny to you. Honestly, it's a great name for the ROM hack. Recently realized you love chamomile tea. I don't think I've tried that, actually. I'm surprisingly neutral about tea in general. I don't particularly like or dislike it. What do I normally eat my curry with? Usually just rice. Oh, welcome, Real. Good morning. Alright. So, first gym trainer is youngster Josh, which has Tyron. I guess I can bring this up. This is the right trainer, right? So... Diggersby... Thompson... I also do the 116 encounter without any other trainer battles. I can. I thought that one was blocked for whatever reason. I guess there's no reason to delay that, is there? I should probably focus on that next. Right, so... Akuhira. Fighting in normal moves. 5% black belts. I probably want to use Compound Eyes again. This one, there's no delaying, that helps. It doesn't look like I need to delay for magnet pull or anything like that. I already have static, but there don't seem to be any electric types here. Yeah, Compound Eyes is probably the move here. Berg has no held item. Just normal moves. And there's Muna. Guaranteed Moonstone. Unlucky chant Telekinesis or Psywave. Don't have to worry about resistances there, I guess. Or weaknesses. LA Black Belt is great. Yeah, seems like it could be pretty useful, especially with Roxanne coming up. There's Hatena. Which has Fairy and Psychic moves. What am I doing? Glorian Zigzagoon. Normal, dark, and fighting moves. Oh, thank you for the health check. 1 second. Pulse has been checked. Okay, I'm on Neonma. Already have a... No, you don't. What am I talking about? It's another compound-ized Pokemon, but... Thinking of Sonic Boom, which is annoying. Again, no held item. And then... Both Nidorans. Which do have different coverage moves. Hydrate Revenge. Do you not like it when I tell you to drink water? But I think I'm doing alright, thanks. How are you? Yes, I need to decide what Pokemon I'm bringing. I just really want Vivian in front. The extra black belt chance. Probably want a fighting resist. Question is, what coverage most do all the fighting types have? Just normal, or there are only 2 fighting types here. I think they just have normal coverage. I could just bring a normal resist. I appreciate the redeems, but don't want it to be one-sided. Understandable. And then I want... I have a psychic immunity. But the problem is it's weak to fairy. I don't think I have anything that resists one without being weak to the other. Between fairy and psychic. I have Scorch. I resist fairy and isn't weak to psychic. And then... Right, normal, dark, and fighting. I have a dark resist. I don't think I have anything that resists more than one of those types at the same time. Also hope I don't see you differently since you're beating up one of my tin weekly for loot. The Final Fantasy XIV boss? Alright. I don't really have a good resist for this thing. I mean, best I have is Tortuga. This Sonic Boom just bypasses everything. And the Nidos. which has fighting, Yame, poison, and either dark or bug. And I have the poison type to resist whilst fighting in poison. Wait, that doesn't even resist poison. This fighting though. And I have... What is the best 6 Pokemon here? Gale, Vages, Voron, Lee. I don't think that's the case. There are many bats. Probably should bring up poison type. Alright. Guess look good and use orange berries just in case. Never sure what order these bag pockets are in. I just can't scroll until I find what I'm looking for. You can't be too sure, some of the artillery. I don't want to go to war with Friel. Alright. Let's see where I can get this encounter. Continue down there. Just over here, I guess. The repellent. And hopefully get something good. Nidoran female. Yeah, not sure how good this is. Queen did go hard in Tokiyama, but this is a very different game. Sounds like Juge does. Yoga notify your kin to bite Juge's ankles. Good luck with that. Alright. I think I just Pokeball here. Again, this has a fairly high catch rate. Not quite as high as Clamperl, but almost. This can also evolve with Moonstone, unless that got changed. Guess we'll have to see. It's like I'm saying that a lot. Mosura. Where is that name from? Japanese form of Mothra? Interesting. Well, I have my encounters now for Roxanne, I think. I don't want to get my Rustboro encounter because then I'd miss out on an extra encounter later. I'll only get the one Moonstone until Mauville. Alright. So I should probably think about what I want to use it on. And that's something I can figure out off stream. I do generally prefer Gorbis over Huntail, but I have no idea which one is better in this game, so we'll have to see. Do I just go ahead and do the next battle now, or do I end stream here? Honestly, I could probably just end it here. I should probably check IVs and stuff on the Nidoran. It's never used Gorbis, but you know, some people delay for it. Well, catching Nidorina or evolving Nidorina is definitely a reason to delay. An excuse if nothing else. Plus speed again, minus special defense. I think it's guaranteed poison point. High defense, average attack, everything else is low. Not the best. Yes, that's the IV check. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother starting the next battle here. I can just do the gym next time. Which I guess means I can figure out who I'm gonna raid here. What do I raid? Thank you for the stream. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. Yeah, who do I want to raid? I could raid Sin. It kind of did a bit of a rebrand. They weren't going by Dolphin, or the generic Dolphin specifically. They were in my Cage Lock group, my first teammate for the first split. But yeah, go ahead and read them. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube and would like to join the raid, feel free to switch over to Twitch. Next stream should be this weekend, hopefully tomorrow. Probably gonna be streaming more Dungeon Descenders. I do have Monday off since it's a holiday. I should definitely be able to get in another run and bun stream with the extended weekend. But as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.